A lot of my friends who don't work in tech will borrow my laptop when they need to use a laptop. They're designing
Oh
things
my
like in
gosh.
Canva on their cell phone when they need a like quick design for something. And that's why this Figma Buzz is not a Canva killer, is because the use case for Gen Z is designing on their phone. They don't start out with laptops. Only
Correct.
millennials got started with laptops and are computer
Correct.
Centric. Boomers don't know how to
Correct.
use a computer. Gen Z doesn't know how to use a computer.
Someone said that to me. Someone said that to me on Friday. Someone came over to me and had a tablet, and I was like, every time I buy an iPad, I have it for 6 months and I sell it because I end up coming back to really how incredible the apps that I use are on the computer, but also when you're deving, you need multiple screens. And I always end up coming back to like loving the mechanical feel, right? But most of my work is just mouse and trackpad. The majority of what we do is mouse, trackpad, and like a hotkey, right? Where it's like a hotkey and the mouse and the trackpad. And I just really love that experience. But like right now on my desk, there are literally three machines. There's a laptop in front of me. There's a random ThinkPad, okay? And then there's my like cafe laptop. Like these are my tools. These are my warfare tools. I know that you draw and like use tablet, but it just does not work for me. Like for the work that I'm doing, especially like when it comes to dev mode and shit like that. So I don't know. I don't how many other careers do you have three laptops? Like
No, no, you don't. And my friends make fun of me for it so much. They're like, Jay, you can't just keep using your iPad as an expensive
no.
coaster. And I'm like, I don't want to set it on the table and ruin the table, so it's not.
I think that either you're if you're younger than me and you're older than me, for sure, you prefer a tablet. I think
Yeah.
the only reason that I keep going back to a laptop is just because of developing. When I'm
No.
using an IDE and I need to like open up whatever I'm using to code, I need two different screens and I need a mechanical keyboard. The capacitive keyboard, like trying to interact with the mouse and the capacitive keyboard on the same screen that I need to look at code in, it's too challenging. I've never really gotten a chance to use Sidecar. So I know that I could like put up my Mac and then like hook up the mechanical, right? And then like hook up to the TV. Like I know that if I wanted to embrace a tablet, I could, but I still find myself most productive with a mouse, a trackpad, and a mechanical.
Mm. Yo, and you have the cutest keyboards with the creamiest keys. And I'm out here with
I
my
love this one so much.
Apple Magic keyboard bullshit.
So this is not even my favorite one. My favorite one is the Mint Assembly, which has these mint translucent keys. I don't have it here, mint translucent keys, and I have silent switches underneath it. So you can't hear the keyboard at all. All you hear is my nails kind of tapping at it. And even that, it has a dampener in it. So it's a really, really like quiet, I can't explain it, but it's a very soft, mechanical tactile reaction to typing. And it is an absolute fucking dream. Coupled with the lighting, I can't. So I love mechanical keyboards. Capacitive is not there for me yet.
I
It's
think
just not.
it's so interesting because you can tell what kind of work someone does based off the use case for
The tools.
what technical tools they have. Because like I have an Apple keyboard, which means that I am not a coder. I feel like coders,
I can't,
programmers,
and you don't have long
engineers
nails.
really and well, no. So I find that I like I like the Apple keyboard when I have long nails.
Do you type with your fingernails?
No, I type with the pads of my fingers and I type
Okay.
like this. But I
So
probably should get
if you had about a quarter of an inch or half an inch more of claw, you would not be able to type with the pads of your fingers. So I type with the tips of my nails. So even with a sharp claw like this, I still am typing with the tips of my nails.
These are the things that people need to hear about from
So
closet.
I cannot type on my Mac laptop's keyboard, which is like your keyboard. The reason that I like the mechanical keyboard is because, especially with like the non-slip, my fingernails just hit like the center of the keyboard. And it's just, oh my God, it's such a nice experience.
I'm paying off my credit card debt. I'm gonna buy a keyboard from you, I think.
And the ASMR.
The clicky clacky.
The clicky clacky.
Like gamers, how they're always on Windows. If you're an accountant,
Right.
you're using Windows, but you're using like a cheap computer, not like
Right.
because you're an accountant, you're not gonna pay it $1 million for. If you're a designer, you have to be on Mac, but there's no actual reason why you have to be on Mac because no one uses Sketch anymore.
We all use Figma. Wait. Hold up. Figma, even on a gaming computer PC, there is no comparison to the experience on a Mac. A brand new PC with Figma cannot compare to like even an M2 or my old ass MacBook Air on Figma. The reactivity of the app, especially when you're zooming in and out, it cannot compare with the experience.
Wow.
So there are some major deficiencies that Windows hasn't been able to work through, and with them letting go 6,000 people, I don't think that they are prioritizing it anytime soon.